Hi, I want to talk about Wrong Turn, the 2021 remake. Wrong Turn is a film that's come out in 2021 on digital streaming. It is a remake, a reboot of the Wrong Turn series that started nearly 20 years ago, I think, with Eliza Dushku as the main star, in the first film anyway. And it was originally about people who go for a hike in the woods, obnoxious young people, and they get picked off one by one by mutated hillbillies. This is a film that takes that idea and steers it in a totally different direction. I'm going to say spoilers from this point onwards because I want to talk about some things when talking about what I thought of the film that will just obviously spoil some elements of the plot. So, come back and watch this if you don't want anything to be spoiled. But essentially this takes a group of equally obnoxious millennials that go on a walk on the Appalachian Trail. They initially start by pissing off the locals with some sort of self-righteous crap in the local pub, and you just don't like them. Some characters you really don't like in the group. They're the guy, I think his name was Alex, perhaps. I don't really remember his name because I just didn't care about the character. I just hated him. He's sort of begging to be killed. So anyway, they break from the trail. They go on this walk. A log falls down and kills them. And initially, in these first 30 odd minutes when this happens, I thought, oh, here we are. It's going to be one of these films where they all die. It's all cut away from the death scene sort of things. So you're not going to see any gore. And it's just going to be real cheap trash. But then after that, you see this guy's head crushed by this log and think, oh, but okay, yeah, fair enough, saw that. And then the film really gets going. They get taken into a local community called the Foundation, that people that live in the woods, and they live sort of, I don't know, a Viking-ish style lifestyle. They've got sort of, I would say they're Norwegian-y type accents. They live in sort of bear skins, let's say, and they wear skulls on their heads, and they have this sort of tribal lifestyle, and they're separated from everyone. Now, they put them on trial because up to this point they've killed one of their people, the millennials have, and they hold up a mirror to their prejudices and things like that because they all think they're so wonderfully open and non-prejudiced and that. And it does make you laugh a little bit because you think, yeah, fair play. And they laughed out loud in a trial scene where this goes on, and the guy sort of very plainly says, no, there's only one truth, and that's that. And you start siding with the tribes people, and you think, well, to be fair, everything they said is entirely reasonable and entirely sort of right. And then they get punished for that, and there's a quite brutal scene where they do a sort of eye for an eye retribution on them. Well, again, I won't spoil because when it comes, I thought, oh shit, they're doing that. And then they show them have to make a choice. They sort of bargain their way out of having a punishment that they see their friend get. And I thought, okay, fair enough. And then the film moves on because in the background you have Matthew Modine as one of the girl's fathers who is searching for his daughter because the events of them getting captured by this tribe are 6 weeks in the past. And you see him then encountering the townspeople 6 weeks later and being led into the woods on a hunt for them, and they encounter booby traps and things like that. And then the obvious escape from the camp occurs. And at that point, you think the film would end, but it's not. If you look, I looked at the time, and there's another 20 minutes left. And I thought, where's this going? And then all of a sudden, there's a extended scene where you get not only a sort of retribution for the girl and what she was put through in a dream-like sequence, let's say, or a thought process sequence. You then get an ending that you think, oh shit, okay, it's got a dark ending, and then the ending flips again over the end credits with a sort of very downbeat and depressed murder scene, and you think, okay, yeah, brave. And the whole thing I thought about it was, it's not the best film in the world, it certainly isn't the best film. There's great big problems with it. Some being the reactions some of the characters give. They just don't react as someone should if you've just seen your friend die in front of you. and that sort of sticks out like a sore thumb, that people just don't react properly. But I think it's worth watching if you want, I don't know, alternative take on the backwoods kind of traditional redneck slasher type film, because they not take time to look at the backstory almost of the people in the town that they initially are prejudiced of and take the piss off. And I think it felt like a nice sort of rounded effort. I see on IMDb some people just hate it, but I think because they were expecting it to be a traditional wrong turn film with mutant hillbillies trying to kill people. And to be fair, there's plenty of those films to watch, so they've obviously sat and gone, we'll do something different. And I think fair enough, they did something different. I was surprised, I enjoyed it, I was entertained. Probably could have had 15 minutes cut out of it. Don't know where, but it probably just needed 15 minutes shortening in order to tighten it up. But otherwise, I'd say give it a look if you want something a bit different. You want to see someone who's tried to make a better film. Just make sure you get through the first 20-30 minutes before you give up on it. That's all I say. Get to the foundations camp and the trial scene, and then see how you like it from there. Let me know what you think. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.